What's up, guys? It's Mrjamvad, and I almost said we're back on the Pokemon Showdown server. I guess I'm not wrong. I'm going to be doing a quick little fun OU live today featuring Shel-Met. Really powerful Pokemon. Really solid. Unless you hacks it, you will not defeat it. So, assuming we do not face anything crazy, I mean, I'm using a Shel-Met, so who am I to speak? But the ladder's been pretty wild. People have been using some interesting sets, so expect the unexpected at this point. Like literally, like I saw a Smeargle team with rocks, Excadrill, but then why I was like, what? Then why is the Smeargle on there? It was the weirdest thing, and it was bulky too. It was so weird, but let's see what we got here. We got a Zygarde Chansey core. Zygarde Chansey. See what I'm talking about? The core. With the top of Coco. Let's see. Once that Chansey goes down, Charizard goes in Dramazu. No water resist. Sadly, I only have Aqua Jet because the waterfall would have been lovely here. But I think Dramazu has a pretty good shot to sweep him. I need Zygarde a bit low. And I guess it has a removal of Scizor. So we're going to bait that bad boy out real early. I'm pretty sure he's going to leave with the Coco. I'm in love with the... Oh, no, he led this. Not him. Alright, so I don't want to go hard Scarm, even though I'm pretty confident he's got a Toxic. Substitutes. Ooh. So... Oh, boy. Sometimes they Toxic first, sometimes they Coil first. What I'll do is go hard Scarm. I don't want this thing Toxic. He coiled first, so he's one of the first coilers. We're going to just whirlwind him out. 1,000 Arrow is going to come out. It's not going to do too much damage. He's actually offensive, it seems. So he's going to go to... Damn, rinse, repeat. Because Gastrodon lost so much of his team, I can afford to go in on the U-turn. He doesn't have U-turn. Okay, so he goes back to the Zygarde. Very odd. So I'm pretty... Just based on how he played the last couple turns, pretty sure he's just going to go... And he's going to go... He doesn't know what this does. I can tell... The moment he subbed, I could tell he doesn't know what this does. Alright, so what we're going to do is go Scarm, get another round of leftovers, and then... How many turns has that been? Let's see, Encore... Encored him 1, 2... Okay, we have another turn. So because it's slow Encore, it actually lasts longer. So we're going to go back to the Shel-Met on the 1,000 Arrows. I actually miscounted the Encore there, so he's going to probably use Toxic. Sometimes they carry E-Speed. Yeah, this is cool. Alright, so we're going to get up all our hazards here. Our boy is not learning his lesson, and we're just going to whirlwind him out here. So we get a lot of hazards, and Shelmet is putting in the work. As you can see, this is why it's here. Greatest Pokemon in this year. Hopefully we don't get anything that defogs. Chansey is great because you get to go Xatu preventing the rocks. Generally, I don't like to go hard Azumarill, though this forces the... He's going to go for the Seismic Toss. He actually hard switches straight to T-Tar. That's wonderful. That is splendid. I actually used to have a Dougie on this team, so this would have been great. Nobody uses Scarf Tar, so let me see. Is it time? Is it time to drum? What I'm going to do here is go Charizard, actually. Nobody uses... But if he's Mega... He can't be Mega. I won't say he can't be, but he's not Megatar. There's no way he's switching Megatar there. I could Focus Blast, but I don't want to miss. If he's Megatar, then he just Mega Evolve and then destroy me. So at least now we know the chance he's going to go for the Softball. Sadly, Sun is up, so he's going to probably try to go Scizor, but we're going to try to nab him here. So gonna double to Xatu here. This also guards against the Stealth Rock play, but he should be fearing knockoff. Oh, he has counter the technology, so maybe he doesn't have a status move. We're gonna Psychic here just to get a little bit of damage. Counter, huh? But counter was a misplay versus... Okay, we're gonna U-turn here. Very odd decisions. I'm gonna go to Rick Ross. Even if he counters, that's gonna do a what? Maybe. And the sun is gonna wear off here, which is big. That still does a lot. 29%. Gonna knock off here as he finally goes hard to the Sizz. So this is where things get fun. I actually shouldn't have Z belly drummed there. I should have just belly drummed. Because he defogs, but at this point, actually no, because the Zygarde's still too healthy. We get a guaranteed kill here. This is why I said I should not have belly drum there. I should have I shouldn't have. It's habit for me to click Z belly drum. But his he took. So we're gonna only get 2. This is bad. This is really bad. I know it looks like, oh, this is good, but this is actually really bad. So it actually did make he's max defense. He took 51% from an Aqua Jet. So that's actually really bad. So he sacks Lando. Thankfully, it's not Rocky Helmet. And I'm assuming he's going to just go to Zygarde because it tanks. And we're going to just go hard Shel-Met. I'm pretty sure he's E-Speed. Yep. Yeah, that's his other move. So he's going to go to the Scizor here because obviously he will die if he doesn't. And what I'll do is I'm going to go to Xatu, predicting that. And U-turn will knock him out here. So if he wants to go for the Tyranitar, yeah, there it is. So T-Tar comes out. Still not fond of my position because I can't stop the Scizor from defogging. I mean, actually, what I could do here is go to Zygarde. Anybody hear those fireworks? I go for Solar Beam. I really don't want to miss. I want to force the Chansey to heal. Yep. So we're going to go with Zoom Rule here. It's kind of risky. There's no way Seismic tosses this turn, though. I don't even think he has it. I'm pretty confident he's going to stay in just based on how he plays. And we get rid of the items. So that's really all I needed a Zoom Rule for. He goes for the Seismic Toss. This is going to be a long game. It's going to be hard. I don't know what his other move is. It could have been Rocks Lando, so this doesn't have Rocks since he has counter. So what we're going to do here is just... We're going to set up Rocks. If he switches into Sizz, did I show Rocks? I did show Rocks. So he should know to go to Scizor here. Thing is, if he goes Sizz, Zard comes in for free and he has to Roost. And now he has no Charizard switching. So this is actually a decent position. Because he lost his Eviolite, he might want to go hard Chansey. Hard T-Tar might be a little better. But at this range, Flamethrower to it KOs. I'm just going to have to play the hazard game and keep the pressure up. Because the Zardwire is my key. Because I cannot touch Chansey outside of Toxic. So he's going to sack the Tyranitar in a double Flamethrower to knock that out. And he's probably going to go Chansey. And we're going to make this... Actually, no. We don't need to make that play again. I was going to say we're just going to make the Rocks play. But at this range, my Shelmet gets 2-hit KO'd. Not fond of that. So we're going to go Gastrodon here. Going to Soft Boiled. And I really, really want to predict his... I'm going to Scald here. He does have Toxic. Okay, and I get a burn there, which I actually don't want. But we're going to make do. So I'm going to make some plays real quick. I'm going to double to Xatu instead in case he wants to Toxic. I have not shown Heat Wave, so I'm going to try to nab him here. And we get the Scizor. So whatever hazard we set up are going to be staying. And we need to be careful around that Zygarde. So we're going to keep... Shelmet alive. Always hard Shelmet as he coils. We're going to recover first because he's going to E-Speed. There's no real point. Yep. So he goes to Coco. I'm in love with... And this is... I wonder what kind of Coco this is. This is still a big threat. So I don't want to lose this. I want to keep my Toxicers because it's probably going to come down to Chansey, Hazards, and Toxic. So we're going to find out what this Tapu Koko is going to do. Maybe Z... oh, it's just Specs. Okay. So we're going to recover this damage off because this is actually pretty important. This is important, right? So we're going to do his Toxic here. There's not much downside to it. He thinks I don't know he's Specs, but based on your damage to Gastro... Actually, is that Specs? Or did he just predict me to double back? I'm pretty sure that Tapu Koko is weak. He's Specs. Yeah, you're Specs, dude. Alright, so we're going to Toxic here. If he subs, then... actually, no, I have no reason not to just go Shelmet. Yeah, because I'd Spike and then the same Zygarde. I get up extra hazards if he does the same thing again. So we're going to Encore here as he probably 1,000 arrows. That was a solid play, 1,000 arrowing over... We can just stall out 1,000 arrows though. So if this is a game he wants to play, we'll get up all our hazards here, and we will stall it out. Yeah, let's just stall him out. So we're gonna recover here, and then just do the same thing again. So he's locked on Encore. Just going to Encore again. If he calls, we phase him out with Skarmory. So he chooses to lock himself into E-Speed, but we'll stall those out too. We'll stall out all your moves. We'll stall out all the moves. Man, Shelmet is... Oh my... Alright, so I think I used too many. I want to be careful of my Encore PP though. So currently he has 4 E-Speeds left. So we're going to Spike and then Encore again. Got to be mindful of the Encore PP. So now he realizes what's really good. And we're going to go Skarmory to phase. So, yeah. If we get Chansey, which is the best. So since we found out his last move, we're free to Toxic here. As he probably goes for Seismic Toss, maybe? So we just spam Toxic here. Does he go back to Zygarde or does he go Coco? Oh, he goes Coco. So Coco is going to take a ton. And yeah, he should really go for Dazzling Gleam. I'm thinking he's in a Dazzling Gleam, but Skarm's pretty annoying, so he might not. But we're just going to sack Xatu here. No longer serves a purpose as he doubles to Zygarde. So this is great for me because I get to U-turn out as he subs again. I guess he has to bank on me choking. I mean, I can't blame the guy. So he's going to 1,000 arrows, and again, we're just going to stall. Oh, he calls. Ooh. So at this point, Zard is going to win. So we're just going to whirlwind him out again as he's trying to make a situation where it's last mon Zygarde without him getting toxic. But how it's going now, I don't think he can. So he's trying to, he's trying to get a last mon Zygarde situation where he isn't toxic. So we're going to Toxic the Chansey and then, let's see. Yeah, we're going to Toxic the Chansey and then go Shel-Met. You should probably just Seismic Toss. Because, let me think. If he goes Zygarde and I go hard Shel-Met and he 1,000 arrow locks, I have 3 Encores left. I have enough Encores left to, I actually have 2, so I want to be mindful of that. Yeah, but this Coco is still alive, so he has an extra sack. I want to be mindful of that as well. And yeah, we're gonna Roost and Whirlwind here. He sacks Coco, and now he's gonna sack Chansey and try to have the last mon. So he's going to go to Zygarde, and he's gonna go for the substitute, but he can't set up, so his attack's not gonna be doing a lot. Okay, so he calls. I'm just gonna go Zard. Flamethrower and the Solar Beam, and we should win the game. So, whew, what an intense game. What an intense game. And Zygarde is going to go down. So, Shel-Met really came through, and that was like a long battle. 75 turns. 75. And that dude was high. Either I'm high or that dude's high, or we're both high on the ladder, I mean, because, you know, drugs are bad. So, we're going to find another one. Shel-Met did exactly what Shel-Met does, and that was incredible. I think him allowing me to knock his Chansey's item off really limited his Zard switch-ins. But it's funny because Zard didn't even need to come in anymore. It was just there looming in the back, just waiting to get unleashed. So we find a Marshadow. That's what I'm talking about. And another Chansey, unfortunately. But Skarmory is a good portion of his team. I'd say maybe 5 out of 6. Maybe 6 out of 6, depending on his Gren set. Love Zard versus his team. It's Defog. It's Defog Skarm most likely. So because you don't run Pinsir without. This guy's coming in and out. You don't run Pinsir generally without. What am I trying to say? Without hazard control. So Gastrodon does well versus Gren. I definitely see a potential Gren lead. I can't risk Scarf Gren, so what I'm going to do is lead Skarm here as he leads Pinsir. So I'm going to Toxic immediately as he might... I don't think there's a downside to Stealth Rocking first because he might go to his own Skarm, right? I don't want to show him Toxic. Not yet, not yet. So if he has Defog, he's going to go for it here. I'm going to show Zard. And then just force the Chansey to heal, then go back to his Umbrella. So he does Defog. There was no way he's going to Stealth Rock there. as Chansey's likely to come out. Unless he thinks I'm Zardex. If I was Zardex, he'd get blown away right here. Oh, he does leave this Skarmory. So I'm guessing he's going to Rocks because he knows he has Sturdy, or he's going to Whirlwind out. But the thing is, you don't like Rocks either. So if he... Okay. So he just goes for the Hail Mary Rocks. I don't think Zard is as big a threat to his team as Rocks are to hit. Like, basically, hazards bother him more than they bother me. Because I'm going to sweep him with Azumarill soon. So I'm going to set up Rocks here, and he's probably going to try to go to his Skarmory, which is fair. As long as it's not at Sturdy, I'm cool with the Skarmory being alive. Because, and plus I want him to defog the Rocks away, to be honest with you. Like, I don't like that he set up the Rocks. I prefer if he didn't, but he did, and it's kind of a bigger deal to him. So he goes into his Skarmory, and I'm going to switch into Xatu and get off a Heat Wave real quick. So do I want a Heat Wave? I want him to defog, but whatever, I'll just Heat Wave and catch a Pokemon if I can. Does he go Grin? Okay, it goes Chansey. So we're going to, yeah, let's U-turn immediately because he's way too low to be going for anything funny. I think I can just drum. Oh, he did go for side. Okay, never mind. He's playing his Chansey very offensively. Now, mind you, the Rocks being up means Zard is on a leash, but between Shelmet and Skarm, Gastro, I might be able to wall his entire team, especially if I can get the Rocks back up. So, what to do here? What to do? Belly Drum obviously won't save me. I'm gonna knock off here immediately, as he does stay in. Okay, so if he Toxics, we're gonna play rough. Do I want to play rough? Let me think this through. I can kill. Alright, so this turn, if I Belly Drum on his switch, I kill probably. If I play rough on his Skarm switch, I get no kills. If I Belly Drum on his, I'm just gonna play rough. Does he go Skarm? Okay, so I didn't get much out of that turn. So if I Belly Drum that turn, but I think I can save the Belly Drum for later. So I don't want to just sack my Azu. As yeah, I think what chance he's at 45, so it dies to the Self-Rod Defog Roost, probably Whirlwind. I don't know, we'll see. So we're gonna go hard Xatu here as he roosts. We're gonna roost 2. Actually, I showed Heat Wave. I'm gonna U-turn here. I showed Heat Wave, so it doesn't really make. I don't want him healing the Chansey back. As he goes Zygarde, this means I get spikes, which is good, and he's leftover, so I guess Subcoil is the new wave. The Rocks actually are a pretty big nuisance to me. I don't like them. I'm gonna Encore here in case he tries to coil. The last time he went Skarm had to take unnecessary damage, but Skarm wasn't as big a wall last game as it is in this one, so he goes for a Dragon Dance. This guy's crazy. So we're gonna spike here. And just like the usual. And at this point, I think we might pressure him to defog. So the knock on Chansey is going to matter if he defogs our Rocks away. So let's see what he does here. Goes to Skarmory. I think he's starting to feel the pressure. So we're going to Encore here in case he defogs so we can get up a spike again. Brave Birds. Oh. How much is Brave Bird doing? 39. That's not good. That's not. Alright, so I guess he's going to let the hazard stay up. I didn't think he had Brave Bird, so that's really bad because now Zygarde just became a huge issue. That's actually very bad. Zygarde just became a huge issue. So we're gonna Whirlwind here because I don't want Chansey. He actually stays in. Okay, so making plays. We're gonna Roost because we take any one hit, even from Pump. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna Dart Pulse if he specs Ashgren. And Gastrodon takes 2. So he's Protein Ice Beam. Is that Scarf? That doesn't look Scarf. Fearing the. I need this to be at full. Wait, what is gonna Hydro Vulture? Does that kill? I don't think it should kill me. Yeah. So we roost that off. gonna keep roosting. He ice beamed because he predicted my Gastrodon to come out. This is where Scarm really shows its weight. Why didn't you taunt this whole time? So he's gonna ice beam here for sure. But now I know his set. This is gonna be a really hard game. Pinsir is a problem as he goes back to Scarm, but we've already confirmed your set, so I'm not too concerned with this Skarmory anymore. If he wants to Brave Bird, so be it. Gastro actually does not I want to be careful of his Chansey healing. Chansey's at 45%. If Chansey, I'm gonna scald this first turn. What does he do? Okay, so he defogs for us. Alright, so he got tired of the hazards, bet. Alright, so I'm gonna go Xatu to heal. That's actually really nice for us. He goes to his Chansey to heal though. How much is my Shelmet is actually high enough to where it can take a seismic toss, which is big because I need this bad boy back. He won't go for, he's gonna sob ball, but I don't care. Plus he's probably gonna try to kill me. He's gonna think seismic toss kills me. Goes back to Skarmory, so I'm assuming he's gonna double back because there's no way he might think Brave Bird 2 kills my Xatu. But at this point, I'm back in control. I've healed my Mons. He's gonna probably go to his Chansey here, but Chansey is near Rockers, so I don't care anymore. And yeah, we're back in control, boys. So we're gonna Psychic here just to get a little bit of chip, you know, force him to soft boil. Yeah, that's great. So he has to soft boil this next turn, as we're gonna get up rocks with our Skarm. Oh, he sized. Why does he play this so weirdly? Actually, we're gonna Roost first. If he doesn't heal the Chansey, because the thing is, because now we get to go to our Zygarde, right? The beforehand, had we rocked, maybe he'll stay in. Is he wild like that? No, you're not that wild, bro. So last time, obviously, he stayed in and allowed Skarm to get low. I don't want rocks going back up though. So if anything, we Roost. Yeah, I don't want rocks going back up. Chansey is down to 13 soft boils. Okay, it's gonna take a lot longer. It's gonna take a lot longer because Azumarill isn't in the picture anymore. Skarm still has its item. I know it has toxic. Alright, so we're gonna go Skarmory here. I have to catch him on like some kind of chokey play. So we're gonna rocks here. Sun's gonna wear off. He actually goes Zygarde, so we do catch him on a chokey play. That play was not a good one. I'm gonna Toxic here. He's either gonna double to Scar. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna Toxic. I think he's just gonna 1,000 arrows, and we get the Zygarde Toxic. Yes, that's very good. That's really good because we always heal on we always heal on Chansey, and we're outside the range of Pinsir's +2. So he probably doubles to Skarmory here. That's fine. That's completely fine. As he's going to probably defog here. I've showed Encore. So if I were my opponent, I go for Rocks or Brave Bird. He defogged. Okay, never mind. So he's still outside of range. So we're gonna U-turn here. Is there a reason to? So I'm gonna Heat Wave here. Actually, there's no reason for me to U-turn. So he finally shows the Mars Shadow. I actually knocked him out with Psychic. Maybe Psychic was a better play than Heat Wave there. Because we stayed in, but I didn't think Mars Shadow was ever a play he'd make. But I take any hit. Yeah, that does no damage. And the Z move still doesn't do damage. So if he tries to bulk up, I'll Encore. He's not Z though. I'll recover here. I've shown Toxic. Okay, so he's gonna go for the recover. I mean, he's gonna go for the. So he's gonna predict the Spectral Thief. I mean, he's gonna predict me to Encore him here. So because I know I tanked the hit, I'm gonna Toxic him first. Thankfully, we connect, and I'm gonna recover spam. I don't have the balls to Encore here, even though I'm pretty confident he's gonna bulk up, but he doesn't bulk up, so that's dope. Chansey. what would your double be? I have leftovers, so I get rounds of leftovers no matter what you do. So he has aromatherapy. Okay, that's not good. Damn. All right, this game's gonna be long as shit. Holy crap. That just all that work. So we're gonna try to burn his team up. He goes back to Zygarde, which I think is a misplay. Actually, let's roost here. Shel-Met, then let's roost first because I need my health back. I want to be mindful of my roost PP too. So he goes to Dragon Dance. Nobody runs Dragon Dance. Toxic. I mean Dragon. Yeah, that Dragon Dance Toxic. So he's gonna predict me to Whirlwind and probably. So he's on 1,000 arrows here for sure. And what I'll do here, I think I don't want to waste my encores. So I'm gonna spikes. To, if he goes Chansey, I force. I mean, if he goes to Skarm, I force it in. I force it to defog. Like without a doubt, it's gonna defog that turn. So I get to go to Zard, and I think I might 2 KO his Chansey from the range it's at. So he goes for the he goes for the DD, and now we're gonna stall 1,000 arrows out. But again, I need to be oh, he goes for E-Speed instead. So we're gonna stall E-Speeds out. Recover so we can take on Marshadow again. And I'm going to go Skarmory and Whirlwind. Just hopefully we do not get his own Skarmory. That'd be the worst case. So we're going to Whirlwind here. He's not doing any damage. And this is a very similar situation like last time. But the fact that his Chansey has aromatherapy again changes a lot. So hopefully we don't get his own Skarmory here. We get Pinsir, which is like the best case scenario. So we're going to Whirlwind again here. He could stay in and return. But I think he's just going to hard Skarm. But he probably predicts me that. Okay, so SD is the worst of all the plays. I think he should have either hard to Skarm or return there. We get Marshadow, which is decent. The fact that it's bulk up probably means it has Force Palm. Really don't want to get lucked right now. I'm going to Whirlwind again here. He hard switches out to Skarmory. What do we get? We get Pinsir. That's fantastic. So you know Pinsir is going to go for Pinsir is going to go for the attack here. So Whirlwind's still to play. CCs. I was on Toxic there, but Whirlwind's still to play. As we can see, the taunt. He taunted last time. Okay, so we're going to go to Gastrodon here. Skarmory's too big of an issue for him not to taunt here. Yeah, you always taunt there. So what we're going to do here is double to Zard, anticipating him to try to defog with his Skarmory. He could also Ice Beam, but I doubt it. He goes to Chansey though. We're gonna Flamethrower twice to see how much this does. Goes Chansey. Oh dang, that does no damage. So he softballs. That actually does no damage. Flamethrower did that. I doubt Focus Blast even comes closer to the KOing. So at this point, if I can get a Z Belly Jump off without the Sun, I'm in a really good spot. I'm gonna Flamethrower again here. Actually, that was not the correct play. Actually, 2 KO with certain rolls. So I'm just trying to stall out my own Sun here. So, gonna go Skarmory here as he Toxics. And what do I want to do here? I'm gonna Roost. Yeah, I'm predicting him to Seismic Toss. I'm gonna have to predict this pretty well because obviously I have all the pressure. I don't think there's much side to Whirlwinding this turn. I want to predict him just right in Toxic, but he goes to Skarmory, so I made the Whirlwind. The Whirlwind play was correct. Hopefully we get Pinsir here to knock that out. We get Zygarde, so I can see him attempting to double to Skarm here. I'm gonna Whirlwind again though, because 1,000 arrows isn't doing that much. So hopefully we get Pinsir. So Pinsir is the biggest threat to my Zardwise now out of the way. So now he's gonna go to his Skarmory and finally get rid of these hazards because they've been a pain in this side all game. So we're gonna go to Zard. We're gonna have to stall out some softballs here. So Chansey's gonna come out, flamethrower, then we heal Skarm, rinse and repeat, guys. Especially if we can get a burn. So we're gonna go back to Skarmory, get Skarmory back to full so it can wall the rest of this guy's team. Gonna roost again here, and because it's Skarmory is outside of what's it called? He's not in sturdy. That's the best thing. That's the best part. So there's no way he's gonna rocks. I could have just rocks there to force the defog, but you're like, what's the point? So we're gonna psychic here. I can see him trying to go a Gren. Yeah, Gren makes sense. But I have shown my Gastrodon to be the all-around counter. There's no double he can make either. Maybe Zygarde. Goes to Marshadow though. Okay. Alright, so Marshadow is going to be his play of choice. Going to Toxic here because he's going to bulk up. He could double too. I could see him trying to double too. I'm not sure. Oh, Substitute. We're going to Scald here. Actually, we're going to go to Skarm and whirlwind this out. Sub bulk up, probably stab something else. So Skarm has to take a hit here, but thankfully we all Drain Punch. Okay, cool. All right, we get Chansey, which is great. That's the best switch we could have gotten. So we're gonna roost here again. Always need this Chansey. We always need this Skarmory to be relatively healthy. As we're just gonna Stealth Rock here. If he tries to pull a double, because he's been in the losing position so often now that I could see him making that play. Xatu doesn't really get me much ground, so what I'm gonna do is go. I don't want rocks back up. Rocks hurt me more than they hurt him at this point, so I'm gonna let him defog, and I'm gonna psychic again. He's not gonna go Gren this time. Yeah, it goes Chansey. As we can U-turn out. Chansey took 69%. Is Skarm at full again? Damn, it's at full. So Chansey side. Oh, this is great because he can't go Skarm here. This is great. He has to Softball here. Oh, he does go Skarm. Oh, okay. So his Chansey's actually susceptible to me now. So we're gonna go to Xatu here. This is actually a great turn for us. Because we get to U-turn the next turn. He doubles back again. I think that may be what I needed. I think that may be the like, what am I trying to say? Let me think about this turn. Him going Skarm here, I'm in a really bad spot. And plus you Spectral Thief to expect. You always predict Encore here, so you would never so I Encore him into gonna Encore here. Go Skarm. Yeah, it's about what I expected. Alright, so this is not good. I'm gonna Encore the Skarman to defog, and then we're gonna spike here. No, we're gonna recover. I could see him trying to stand to strike. Okay, goes to Chansey. He has to heal the Chansey here, but I don't want to risk a toxic softballs. So he has 9 softballs left, which is good. So we're gonna U-turn out here. What do we want to throw in here? Skarm, throwing in Roost on a Skarm. Seismic Toss. It's in a Roost here. Get Skarm back to full. I want to be careful on my Roosts as well. So he goes back to his own Skarmory. And last time I Stealth Rock. There's no way he's going to risk rocking on my Xatu. So I'm going to Stealth Rock again here. Brave Birds. And damn. So we're going to go Xatu again. Chansey's at 89. Gonna U-turn here. What does he go to? Chansey. Alright, so damn, the Skarm is still at full. I can't risk him getting rocks up because Zygarde can E-speed kill my Azu, right? And I can't knock him out. So you're probably like, Jam, just use Azu and break this guy down. If I Z belly drum, he goes Skarmory. I mean, if he throws Skarmory, Skarm is not the issue. Like, Skarm is just around to... Damn, this game's long. What can I do? Alright, so what I'm going to do... Nice. I need this Skarm to not be as sturdy. Alright, so what we're going to do is make a couple plays. So we're going to go to Skarmory here, and then we're going to double to Charizard. I've been making the same play over and over again. If he lets me get up rocks versus Chance, he's going to be in a tricky spot. If he Toxics here, that's a very good play, and that's going to make this game a lot harder. So what does he do? Goes to Skarm. And I'm really trying to bait out that at this range, you die to 2 flamethrowers. I'm really trying to bait out those stealth rocks from him. Does he go back to Chansey? Chansey does not take 2. Alright, so it seems he's never going to... he's never going to go for rocks again. It seems. Like the way he's playing it, he's never going to go for rocks again. So we're going to have to start this whole process over again. Defog has 17. He's going to defog here as Zygarde comes out. Gonna go Zatu. And then we're going to go for the Psychic. Because I keep U-turning, so I don't think he's ever going to... Yes, he stays in. So that we broke the sturdy. Did he go for rocks? Yes! Got him. Yes, we got him. God, that was a huge turn. Because I keep U-turning. That was a huge turn. Chansey? Go Zygarde. Okay, that's fine. We're going to U-turn out here. 1,000 arrows is irrelevant. I can see him trying to double. I'm a max defense. I wanna roost. EDDs. Okay. It's getting impatient. No, he's not getting impatient. He just wants to get his Skarm back in. But the thing is, I need Chansey a little bit lower. Okay, so if I go Shelmet, he's just going to go to the Skarmory. I'd rather whirlwind him around. Obviously, Chansey's gonna be a bit. Skarm's gonna be a lot lower. Holy shit, that did a lot more than it should have. Gren comes out. I can see him attempting to double to the Skarm right now, but then I get to Hydro probably kills me from here. I don't want to risk him knocking me out with Hydro. So he goes for the Ice Beam. What would you do here? You go for Ice Beam. I'm gonna Scald here. Stays in. Okay. So this the Gastrodon was here for the Greninja, so it doesn't need to be at full as much. If he goes if he goes Zygarde, I'm going hard. Shel-Met. That turn where he rocked predicting U-turn was huge, because at that point that's what I expect. I expected him to do that a lot earlier than he did, but he tried to time it just right when he was certain I was gonna U-turn. But I just clicked Psychic because Marshadow was the biggest problem. So he goes to Zygarde again. Again, as I said, if he does that, I'm gonna go hard Shel-Met. We're gonna Encore here, and because he wasted a substitute. If he wants to stay in and keep 1,000 arrows in, I get to spike up. And let me count my Encores. 2. I want to be careful of that. So, again, we're just going to spike spam and Encore him again. We're going to stall out 1,000 arrows. Yes, 10. And we're going to recover here. I want to be very careful on my Encores, though. Very, very careful on my Encores, because I'm going to have 1 left after this. So I'm going to have to start wrapping this game up. He should go Skarmory. I really want to go I really want to go to my Zatu or my Zygarde here. But I'm in control, so I don't need to. Actually, I don't need to Encore this turn. Let me think this through. If I go Zatu here, what do I lose? If he 1,000 arrows again, I go back to Shelmet and then encore him again, and it's going to be the same stall fest. I really don't want these hazards gone. And I've been playing pretty obviously this whole time. So that'd be an extra. The only difference it's going to make is that I can die to Skarmory's Brave Bird. But yeah, we're going to encore here. So he Dragon Dances. Okay, that's the best move he could have gone for me at least. So what I'm gonna do is go to my Charizard here. Goes to Skarm, got him. And that's about I think that's it. He loses a Pokemon here. I think that is the momentum I needed. That turn right there. Let's see what he goes to. Chansey gets to it KO'd. No longer. It has never done below 35. He's probably at 34 anyway. So let's see what he does. Probably goes to the Marshadow. But because you're bulky, I'm not switching. And have this thing sub up. But your Spectral Thief shouldn't do too much. Yeah, I'm outside of Zygarde's E-Speed too. But at this point, Zygarde is his only offensive threat left, so I have no reason not to just go Shel-Met. Actually, no, I'm just going to stay in. I'd probably KO Zygarde. He actually goes as a Zygarde, trying to stall out my son, which is a fine play. That way he can't get Solar Beamed. But I'm going to encore him to whatever, and then Zard comes back in and beats the Zygarde. So it's almost rinse and repeat. And this is my last encore too, which is funny. So yeah, so we're going to encore again here. If he wants to be locked in a sub for the rest of the game, so be it. But if he doesn't go for it, yep, locks in a sub. And we just go to Zard. And it's literally, I think, the exact same situation as last time. So we go for a Flamethrower to break the sub. And then we go for Solar Beam. But this was a very close one. At this range, Zatu takes the hit anyway. So he'd need to crit Zatu. A lot of luck would need to happen for him to win this game. Oh, but he can sub down. That's important. But he wastes. Oh, actually, no. Damn. This is bad. This is bad. I'm just gonna have to put him in a position where he can't sub and then leave Shelmet as last one. But he gets another round of lefties this turn, and I'm out of encores. I forgot that he was faster than me, so the way the encore works. Damn. Alright, so he may have made the right play. We're gonna find out. I'm just gonna Flamethrower here. 1,000 arrows to knock me out. We're gonna go to Zatu here to Psychic. To hopefully bring him to the point where he can't sub after he knocks me out. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close. But I'm assuming he has no investment. But my Azu at 39 probably dies to extreme speed, which is why I can't just Aqua Jet to knock him out, and I have to stall on my own son. I can't give him another round of leftovers. Every round of leftovers matters, and if I miss a Toxic, I'm screwed. Because Gastrodon is so low, I still think I can pull it through, because Gastrodon is so low, it's gonna be really close. This is super intense. And this live was only 2 battles, but we had a 121 turn battle, and this was supposed to be like a 20-minute live. But I like to compete and battle. Though most of you should know me, because like a lot of we share a lot of the same subs between me, Blunder, Joey. Well, Blunder I'm a YouTube superstar, and Joey, but we're on the same rate. Gator, Chimp, all of us. Chris. So 121 turns in, 1 Pokemon down, and the last mine could be. So I think he's trying to see if Zatu Psychic breaks the sub. But I don't think in any situation sub was a play. Unless he breaks my sub and knocks me out. Unless I don't break his sub and he knocks me out with 1,000 arrows. So he Dragon Dances again. Oh, that was a smart play. That was a smart play. That was very smart. I didn't consider that. And he's right outside. Oh, that was a very good play. That was a very good play. So I'm going to need Zatu to take this. I don't live. Oh, the comeback. So he needs. Alright. So the Dragon Dance play again. I should have timed my encores better, because now he has E-Speed, right? Uh, but he has 6,000 arrows. But if he gets to +6, then I lose anyway. Yeah. So we ended up losing to the last one, Zygarde. What an intense game. Let me think about what I could have done differently. We're gonna just leave this battle. But the extreme speed like barely 2 kills too. So we almost PP stalled the Zygarde, but the extreme speed just did a little bit over half. But I think I could have kept my encores better, or on the turn, I think that last turn, I just didn't I didn't account for the Zygarde well enough. Okay, let me think. If when he was what did he lock himself into? Sub. He dragon danced and subbed, and then I encored him into sub. I don't remember, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Pretty intense live today. Zygarde is a threat, and I hope it.